Bullpens are actually one of the biggest edges that you can have when betting on baseball. Most people handicap starting pitchers and batting lineups, but ignore the back half of the game in the bullpen where relievers are going to dictate a lot of the game. There are 162 games in an MLB season, and most days there are 15 games going on, so sportsbooks are going to miss spots, and this is where we get our edge. Inside DataStreak, I use a bullpen fatigue tool that not only tells me the best and worst bullpens when it comes to ERA and WHIP, but also monitors fatigue, so I know the condition of that bullpen for every single game. And every bullpen gets a simple fatigue score, so you can know who's fresh, who's tired, and who is burnt out. If you're betting full games and totals and not paying attention to the bullpen, you're putting yourself in a bad spot. Let's hop over to my screen and I'll show you exactly how I use this tool. I'm here inside the MLB Bullpen Fatigue Tool, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. It's a great tool and so important to pay attention to if you're betting baseball, especially if you're not betting the first 5. If you're betting a full game, you need to pay attention to this. And so each team is going to have a score, and these rankings are going to change each day based on the fatigue of that team. So each pitcher in here is going to have an effectiveness score. That is an algorithm that we have based on their stats past season, even going back to last season. If we don't have enough data to go off of, it'll take last season's stats as well. You're going to be able to see here all the different teams and rankings and overall score. You can see their ERA and their WHIP, and it's going to rank them. As we scroll down towards the bottom of the rankings, we're going to see some more fatigued bullpens. Now, these teams might normally, or will normally, if they were fully rested, they'd be ranked higher on these rankings. But today, because they have some fatigued arms, they're going to drop in the rankings. So it's going to change every single day. We can see at the top all the different bullpens that are fatigued. We have the Blue Jays, the Pirates, the Guardians, and the Mariners. So here we have the Boston Red Sox. They've been a great bullpen this year, and they are pretty fresh, as well as guys like Aroldis Chapman, their best arms. We can click the drop down here, and you can see each pitcher in their bullpen. Are they fresh? Are they tired? Are they exhausted? So we'll see here that they have a couple tired arms. They're not their best arms, though. And, you know, the best arm in the bullpen, Aroldis Chapman, is fresh. So as you'll see here, he's got a blend of scores because we don't have enough data just off this season. We didn't want to just go off this season. We wanted to have enough data because it is early in the season when I'm recording this. So we can go down and let's find some teams that are tired. So down here we have the Mariners, and they are pretty tired here. So we have Cole Wilcox, Alex Hopp. So these guys aren't good pitchers, but they are tired. But then Jose Ferrer, he has been really solid, but he's pitched 3 appearances. So he's pitched 5 innings in the last week. So that's going to affect things. He's probably not going to pitch tonight because they've used him quite a lot. To use a reliever 3 innings in a week, or 3 outings in a week, he's gone a total of, 5 innings in a week. So that's a lot for a reliever. So he's probably not going to pitch today. But some of their other arms that are better are going to show, and we can see the stats on every single pitcher. We also have the green dot to show how many fresh arms, yellow, intermediate, and red exhausted. So the Rangers, they have 1 arm that's exhausted. We'll drop down and take a look. So here we have Peyton Gray. The reason that he's overused is because in the last week he's had 3 appearances. He's pitched 4 innings, so his fatigue bar is raising up, and so that's affecting their overall score. So these bullpens are going to adjust every single day based on those pitcher stats, and not just the pitcher stats, but also how fatigued those bullpens are. So you're going to want to avoid betting the full games a lot of times. Now, if you're betting in over and a bullpen super fatigued, that might be a good look because you know maybe their best arms are not pitching for that day, and so you're going to want to bet it over. If their weaker arms are pitching or more likely to pitch that day, you can target them. But if you're betting an under or betting a team for the entire game, you're going to want to make sure that their bullpen is in good shape heading into that day. So that's how I use the bullpen fatigue tool, not only just to see the best bullpens in the league and worst bullpens in the league when it comes to statistics, but also how I can monitor the arms within that bullpen. If you want to try this out for yourself, click the link in the description, create a free DataStreak account, start with the free hit rate sheets along with the bullpen fatigue tool and all the other tools inside the platform that I talk about in these videos.